Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show, and we have a great show for you here tonight, September 12th. By the way, we have a very, very, very special guest tonight. So if you tuned in early and you want to see the most amazing guest I've had on my show in weeks, say hello, amazing guest.
Hello.
Amazing guest. You have to say hello, amazing guest.
Fixing cables.
Yes.
I'm almost about
So
to
those of you out there that have not seen or heard from Clay in a while, he's always welcome here in detention with us.
Exactly.
Yes.
I didn't know the cable guy was that thin.
Yeah.
Can't afford food anymore. So
Oh, stop it.
Clay, how's life treating you?
that's pretty good. That's all right. Pretty good.
Yeah. We have lots of people that miss you. So just want to
miss the
say
people.
thanks for stopping by
Yeah.
and saying hello to us because you're still the man.
I appreciate it.
And I'm
Doing
trying to see
good
who's online. Is anybody?
Oh, yeah,
he's
we've
trending in the comments.
We've got all kinds. We got Barbara Jean, we got
And
Rebecca.
hearts and
Bobby.
woos.
4K before.
Barbara Jean, we did this just for you. You're not allowed to have a Claygasm though.
Oh, come on.
Oh God, we
Why
agreed
say
not
it?
to say that.
I didn't agree not to say it. She's just really excited to see you.
Oh, come on.
She's just very excited to see you. Barbara Jean doesn't find that funny, then I picked the wrong person to
Clay
include in that
sightings
joke.
happen when I say, hey, Clay, I need a cable. Are you running around town?
Yes.
Yeah.
My bad. Thanks, Clay.
Clay's like, is Mike there? Because if he's there, I'm never coming back again.
Well, that's going to be after today. That's
Yes.
going to be the answer I'm going to
She
get.
didn't disclose that.
That's it. All right, let's make some money before we
All right.
introduce the rest of our guests, and maybe one of our guests will actually show up.
I heard
Yeah.
the
All
noise.
right, A to Z, they offer free estimates. They've been serving St. Johns County for over 20 years. A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing offers painted
Whoa.
metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties up to 25 years.
Bye.
They also install top. Wait a minute, you got to fix the lighting in here because somebody doesn't have a hat on. Oh my gosh, we're all
Hey, we got another
blinded.
You need to borrow this?
I'm topless.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if the camera's on me right now,
It is
It
right
is now.
but I can tell you, I had to go through to find my key fob to get in here. So I've been outside for like the last 48 seconds, and I was too embarrassed to call
text.
one of you guys to come
Yeah.
get me in.
Well, Lenny texted me earlier, and I just ignored it because I was working on something else. I'm sorry, Lenny.
He said somebody from the fourth floor let him in. Somebody
it.
named Seinfeld.
Right.
All right,
You
so,
push all the buttons.
A to Z, they also offer tile roofing, cedar shake shingles, designer roofing, and flat roof coverings. You can go to their website, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing.com, or just call Chuck McCone, their owner, 904-669-8037. Amazing company. They do tons of work for me. Great folks.
They are great folks, and there are great folks at Aber, Kresge and Associates. They are a full-service local CPA firm with a team of skilled professionals dedicated to providing top-level service in the areas of tax compliance, planning for businesses, individuals, estates, and trusts. They do audits, reviews, and other accounting services, business valuations, forensic analysis, and litigation support. You can reach them at 904-460-0747 or online at aberkreskecpa.com. We also have Solomon Services, the premier place for personal training in St. Augustine. They specialize in small group strength and fitness development, athletic development for team and individual sports performance, sports injury related training, state-of-the-art center with indoor and outdoor turf areas. All coaches are certified through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. You can call them to make an appointment today at 904-461-9945 or visit them online at solomonservices.com. Sign up today.
And Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, ensuring America's land one title at a time because
They give a crap.
last week was better with Blake. I'm just saying, last week was better.
Wow.
Yes, I'm just saying, you guys were okay. I give it about a B, B minus, but
I
last week
get
was
them
better
to
with Blake.
participate and you bag on them. That's not
I'm
cool.
just saying. And I invented a new word today, and Barbara Jean fully approves of the new word.
The word of the day, I don't approve. makes me very uncomfortable.
I simply said that because Clay was on, some of our viewers were going to have a Claygasm. And so Barbara Jean said that's her new favorite word.
Okay.
I just thought it was appropriate. People are happy to see Clay.
Yeah,
They're
I'm always
excited.
happy to see Clay.
Yes, I'm
Clay
excited to
helped
see
me
Clay.
at trivia last week. We
Yeah.
had a great time together.
He's an amazing. And when we're showing you, Bobby wants to make sure that's not a searchlight from across the street at the jail that's shining in here.
It's just a beacon.
A Blevins beacon.
Yes.
It's the Blevins beacon.
I don't go topless much. So,
Same.
I have to say, it's been years since I've seen you top.
yes. Yeah. So,
Which I don't know what that says about me or you, but it's been a
Out in
long
public.
time. Yes, out in public. Yeah, that should
It's only
clear.
weird if you make it
That
weird.
clears that
It's
up.
only-
That completely clears that up. I feel better about
Michael Allen Davis, it's only weird if you make it weird.
You never know how Blake or how Troy's going to answer the door though when you go by his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. Towels are optional.
No, well, I usually have a hat on.
Okay.
Just that.
Sometimes it's
Hat and
just the hat.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the hat.
And our resident last liberal in St. Johns County, Lenny, is with us today as well. Hang in there, Lenny.
Holding
There's
on.
rumor that somebody from New York might move down here. You'll be okay.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
not the right ones.
No, we love the ones that you don't like.
It's the right ones that are moving here, not the left ones.
That's right. They're right. What do you have over there for food? Did you bring a snack for everyone,
Well, you are what you
Mr.
eat.
Spicoli?
So you're nuts.
You are what you eat.
Yeah,
So I got these nuts.
D's nuts.
he's nuts. All right, Mr. Spicoli.
So there's enough for everyone.
What's wrong with a little feast on our time, Mr. Hand?
On our time.
Yes.
I think Rebecca went to Buc-ee's, and these were abandoned in my
Abandoned.
car.
Oh,
So that makes them mine.
Yes, they do.
I think
possession
that's,
is
I think that's
9/10.
the rule.
If,
But yeah,
if you're holding the nuts, they're yours.
yeah, Bucky
I am
nuts.
so behaving myself today. That's two I'm passing
Who's
on.
holding the nuts? I'm just saying.
This is the roasted nuts sampler from Bucky's.
On a chestnut?
Well, I mean,
Roasted
it
chestnuts
actually
on a
has
fire?
Open fire,
It's
yeah.
got a cashew in there, which is not.
Yeah, that's not a nut.
Which is not technically.
It's not a
They're
nut.
not a nut.
Yeah. So.
In fact, if I go by something, there's like a mixture of assorted nuts like this show, and there's cashews, I will not buy them.
Yeah, so
no
these are-
cashews.
You're
It looks like-
anti-cashew.
What?
I'm an
What is that?
anti-cashew.
Guys, what is
I'm an
I love
anti-cashew.
both. Cashews
my
roll.
favorite.
Yeah, I love
My
Absolutely.
favorite nut that's not a nut.
Yeah, it is also.
Lenny and
my
I are
favorite.
bonding over our anti-cashite positions.
No, sorry.
he's a
I
cashew
hate to
guy.
bail on you, but I love me cashews.
Oh, I should
But
have
she
known.
stands alone.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Yeah, that's what people from Maryland always say.
Yeah, I knew that. Somebody asked me the other day, where are you from? And I said, well, I think I'm from the South. But because I was born at the naval station,
Maryland.
yeah, I did. Kathy, I did make myself blush. And Kathy, I owe you an apology. Last week, Kathy got 3 answers right. And I was so busy laughing at Blake struggling to get answers right and wrong. I completely missed Kathy's answers, and I owe Kathy an apology because she did the best online. So.
It's hard to keep track of the online scores as well while you're trying to hide the headlines and the information from that seat. Look at Lenny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just crane in my neck. See what I can do.
Yes.
You can't. You don't have the same eyes Blake does. It's
No.
like,
Obviously.
it would not do me any good to sit there, and it hasn't. And
Yeah.
but Blake can kind of side eye things.
So he repeatedly holds stories so that I can read it, and I intentionally look away, which is what's funny about like, let's close everything because like he holds it right next to me. I
I'm
could read it if
trying.
I wanted to, and I don't. I'm honest.
I've seen some of her answers. She doesn't.
I don't. That's how
And
you
I have
know.
it highlighted. I wrote above it the answer. I write answer and I put circles around it with arrows to it, and she
Yeah.
still won't get it.
Yeah,
I try.
that is true.
All right. We talked a lot about the election yesterday. So those that were listening, or the debate. I'm
debate.
sorry. I
I was going to
always.
say, did I miss it?
Yes, it's over. It's over. Donald Trump won. You don't have to vote. Lenny, don't worry about voting. It's over. It's all done, Lenny. So I want to go to Lenny first, since you're our most left-leaning guy. Comments about the debate.
Well, I watched it in real time, and
God bless you.
Thank you. I'm a glutton for punishment. I was underwhelmed by her performance. I thought she left a lot of meat on the bone on a couple of issues that I would have hammered him over. repeatedly. Her eye rolling worked. Thank you very much. Okay.
There you go. There you go. 'Cause he leans into the conversation. That's a good strategy, man.
He's not used to having his own seat. I mean, honestly, he's usually sitting on your lap. So, I mean, honestly.
I got a chair today. I'm very fortunate.
He does it in our studio, too, so it's not just you guys.
I was surprised when it was over that, the majority of everybody said that she won handily. I thought
The majority on what's network?
pretty much every one of them.
Anyone but Fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even Brett Baer said she won, I think.
Yeah.
He hates Trump. We don't like Brett Baer. But go ahead, Lenny. I digress.
I think, I think he showed up. He wasn't, he's the same incoherent person that he usually is, but that was to be expected, so that shouldn't shock anybody. He doesn't finish sentences like I should talk. But I thought he didn't tire. I mean, he got a little bit of lip sweat toward the end of it a bit, but, I think he held up. He rambled, but that's to be expected from him. I think she could have hammered him much more on every time he would have said Afghanistan. I would have just said 5,000 Taliban. You put him back in the fight and left it at that. There was one other thing and he brought up his boyfriend, Viktor Orban. And, I would have said, yeah, but how does Emmanuel Macron feel about you? You're going to autocrats, Putin and Orban. Those are authoritarian figures. Those are not people you should emulate. Those are strongmen. They're authoritarian figures. They're dictators in their own country. And that's who you want to be? Well, that's very telling about your personality and what you're going to do for the country in the next 4 years. So those two things I think she let slide. The eye roll on them eating dogs was wonderful because,
It didn't play well with undecided voters.
What?
Eye roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
actually, I think that was one of our biggest criticisms. The split screen did not help her.
It didn't.
It didn't help Biden, and it didn't help her.
And I don't think it helped him. I don't think.
No, listen,
he's equally no poker face.
Right.
Trump is either, but I mean,
So,
and people are saying that now ABC is a left-leaning news organization. Personally, I think the moderators sucked. I think that they let him talk over them. I think every time they asked him a question, he said, yeah, but I want to do this first. And they tried to say, okay, but move on. And he kept talking and they didn't stop him. And that frustrated me. And, and I think that, I would love to see one of these things where this is the question, answer the question. If you're not going to answer the question, we're not going to let you talk because we're asking you a question. You don't get to go on what you want to say when there's a question on the floor. You've got your opening statement, you got your closing statement. Answer the questions being asked, and that could have gone either way for both of them.
I was going to say, I can tell you this: I heard multiple questions and very, very few answers from either
Direct
one.
questions.
From either one of them.
Right.
They're like, wait, that's not on my list here.
Correct. Correct.
So from either one of them, he would go. His go back to was the border, and hers was basically January 6th.
Right.
And
J6. It's now J6.
J6?
J6, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not even,
keep up, Blevins. Keep up. Keep up, buddy.
it's January 6th, and you guys can do whatever the hell you want. I mean,
Boy, that didn't take long to get under his skin today. You're going to have a great Pollock show.
Oh, yeah, we'll take a lot tonight.
I don't know if you know how well I conform to new strategies. Those don't work. But I mean, to me, no answers were answered.
Correct.
And the entire time, I fell asleep.
Well, you need a moderator who's a nun with a ruler and, get a little discipline in there. This is the question. Answer the question. Don't go off on a tangent. We want to know what your answer is on this question.
And I can tell you this, and I'm, where I'm at. I'm in the middle. I don't have a dog in this fight anymore. But I can tell you, the ABC moderator
Kidnapped.
is the only person who answered the question. And
I didn't want him to answer, though.
No,
Right.
because she or he, whenever they asked the question of Kamala,
Right.
they gave her the answer in the middle of it too. Well, I know you're still the
Yes,
same
yeah.
person that you are, but it seems like you've been changing your answers, and I know you're still the same person.
Right.
So that's the way you should answer this, Kamala.
My values
And-
haven't changed.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's exactly what my values have not changed. You know, so it's kind of like they answered her questions for her when they asked the questions.
So I think you guys both have very good points about this. Lenny, I love your honest opinion on
Thank
this. People on the right were just as frustrated by Donald Trump's not knocking her out over it. And I mean that
Figuratively speaking. of course.
figuratively
Right.
speaking from a debate standpoint. There were things
The
that
show
were
does
said
not
and
condone
questions that were
violence.
asked, and you could 100% have won that debate. And I think if you and I went on and they asked us the same questions, even though the moderators would be skewed against me, you and I would have had a much more lively debate than they had. Watching Donald Trump debate is I came up with this the other night after the show, is like watching one of your teammates in basketball get an offensive rebound underneath the board and then dribbling to the other end of the court to try to score at the other team's basket. It's like, just score. You're right here.
Right.
Just put it in the basket and walk away. No, I got to go to the other end and show you how hard it is to score down.
Right.
It's just the craziest thing.
Yeah.
It's just not fun to watch. I hope there's not another one because
Well,
maddening to
immediately
watch.
thereafter, her team said, all right, we'll do this again. We had fun. We'll do this again. And what I read today, and I don't know how timely it is, I'm not doing another debate with her. So I don't know where it's going to go. And Fox is salivating over the potential to host it.
she'll not go on Fox.
She won't.
I'll bet you anything you
Why
want to bet
not?
she's not
I
going
mean,
on
he
Fox.
went on ABC where he was debating two moderators in addition to Harris. So
well,
why not?
The
Because in
best he
theory-
can do on
If
Fox.
he can do it, she can do
The
it.
best he can do on Fox is he only has to debate against one moderator. Because there's people on Fox who
He's
don't
not
like him
liked
either.
on Fox either.
He's
so
not
that's
liked
pretty
on Fox.
clear.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's
Yeah,
his
but
home turf on
But
Fox.
they use Jesse Waters, so there you go.
Would they?
Jesse
I
would
don't
be
know.
okay. I don't have any problem with Jesse.
Oh, I was
you
listening.
wouldn't.
I was listening to him after.
Jesse.
Right, I was
I
listening to him
haven't watched
afterwards.
him in 2 years, but I don't have any problem with him.
I mean, he doesn't make a whole
I
lot
haven't
of
watched
sense.
David Muir my whole lifetime. I
Right.
saw more of him than that. But I think that both of them are maddening to kind of go through that. I think that the numbers, and I said it yesterday, the overnight numbers or their immediate kind of push polls showed she didn't do as well as what they wanted her to do.
Right.
She did better than I thought she would do, but not as well as her people did. But they're like, hey, if we do this again, if Trump does this again, we can get it. We think we'll do better. She's like, for her, if she was way up in the polls and they were so into it, she would never say, I want to debate again.
Correct.
The person that always
There's no
wants to
reason to-
debate again
right.
is the one who's behind.
Right.
And so when they said that, it's like, it's a classic tell. Don't care what the national polls look like right now. They know internally she's still got a ways to go.
I look at it as almost like a soccer match. It ended 0-0 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, soccer's more exciting. I'm going to say that, and I hate soccer. I hate soccer.
Let's not stretch it.
That's
That's a great
overselling
game.
it. I mean, it
You know.
was
That's a great
equally
game.
it was equally boring and frustrating if if those two things can happen at the same time.
Both so
Because
full of shit.
I can't remember how many times I've heard the word opportunity and economy said together so often without anyone explaining what the hell an opportunity economy is.
When she
And the
figures it out, she'll let you
flippin'-
know.
The flippin' fracking question. And her answer is, I made it very clear in 2020. Oh, yeah, well, reiterate. People don't have a long memory. Tell us.
Right.
Confirm or deny. That's all you have to do. Will you ban fracking? Will you not ban fracking? I made it perfectly clear. You know what her answer was in 2020? Did you look? I went back and looked.
No, that was like so
Her
many years
answer
ago.
And he can't remember. He's an American. He doesn't have a memory that's that
Right.
long.
Short attention span theater, baby. Give me 30 second sound bites.
Exactly. And that's what she's banking on because the answer in 2020 was Joe Biden has made it clear that in his administration, fracking will not be banned. She said nothing about her own opinion in 2020. She said what Joe Biden made clear about his plans. We now want to know her plans, and all she's saying is,
as
I
a
made
vice
it clear in
president,
2020.
you're not going to step on the toes of your boss while you're his vice president.
But now-
she now is in a position to create her own position, as opposed to in 2020 contradicting
But
the
that's
president.
not what she's giving the
But
answer
if you're
to.
president, you're allowed to step on the throat of your vice president.
yeah.
Isn't that what they're doing? What they're there
It's
for?
not- by the way,
I don't
did
know.
I?
Wait. I think the
January.
rules changed this summer. I think if you're the vice president, you're allowed to have
Step
a
on
coup
the
and
throat
stab
of
the
the
back of your
president.
president. So just to be fair, it worked the other way. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm
She
saying-
Just to be
stabbed
fair.
Biden
No.
worse than Pence was backstabbed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What? He won the nomination, and she cooed him and took the job. That's what happened.
Yes.
Pence didn't do what
Did she
Trump
threaten
wanted.
his life?
Nobody threatened Pence.
You don't know. You don't know what the conversation was.
You didn't see the gallows on the White House lawn? Oh no, there wasn't. No, there wasn't one. There you go. That's right.
All right,
Did
children,
you zoom
children.
Did you zoom out on that picture?
Children.
Did you
What?
zoom out on the picture of the gallows?
What?
The gallows were 3 feet tall. How tall is Mike
Well, they had
Pence?
to carry it in the
Is
door.
he a pocket Pence?
Then break him. They knock him in the knees.
gallows-
The fact that you're defending January 6th is
Right.
ridiculous.
I'm not defending January 6th. I'm saying that her cooing the president and taking his nomination
COO?
when she won 0 votes is arguably worse than what Donald Trump did to Mike Pence.
if you think
Mike
she
Pence
has
talked
more power,
trashed about
just,
him. Mike Pence kept his job. Mike Pence went off into the sunset. He still makes his money. He ran for the nomination. She absolutely overthrew
she
Joe
kneecapped him.
Biden.
She kneecapped
She
him.
absolutely.
Which is why they can use
The
a
fact that
3-foot-tall
you believe
gallows.
The words that are coming out of your mouth
I know.
is what's incredible
Right.
to me. It's absolutely incredible to me that you can even defend his actions in that moment.
Am
in
I
any way-
defending it?
Yes, you are.
I'm putting them on a scale, and I'm saying what is
and if
worse.
you think Kamala-
I don't like either one.
Okay, I
I'm
guess no
saying
one else
one's
is speaking
worse.
except for
I'm
Amanda in
saying
this
one's
show.
worse than
The
the
proper
other.
way to say that to a woman is, "I'm speaking now."
Right.
That's the proper way to say that. Go ahead, try it.
Okay,
Excuse
and
me,
the
I'm
fact that
speaking
you
now.
think-
Right.
If you
Sound
think Kamala-
familiar? Wasn't
If you think
that his
Kamala
follow-up? Sound
is
familiar?
the one, if you think Kamala is the one who orchestrated that coup, you're absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, because if it doesn't happen without Nancy, and if you think it happens without Nancy, you need to drink a lot of bourbon tonight on our EGOT show, because it's going to be very, very entertaining. Because Nancy's the one who did the coup. Kamala did not have the power to put herself in that position. So,
But
Without
did she,
man-
hang on. Did she stand up and say, "This is not right. I didn't receive any votes, and that is our nominee, and I am his vice president, and if he goes, I go."
do you think anybody?
Just asking
Do
for
you
a
think
friend.
you think anyone in politics would have done what you just said?
Give up that
Anyone.
opportunity.
I can
Give
hope,
up
can
the
I? I
opportunity.
can dream, can I, Troy Blevins? Don't take my dreams away from me. Can I dream that
Granted,
people are good
Hey,
people?
you and I would go down in the fire together if something like that happened.
Yes.
But that's not the way it works in politics.
I completely agree with
And
you.
Okay.
Kamala does not have that power
Yeah.
without Nancy's support.
Yes.
But she took advantage of every second of it. She's currently in the position, is she not?
If she says no, her political career is over.
If
And
she
is
loses
too
her
young.
She says
political
yes,
career is
her
over.
I think there's part of the people in the Democratic Party, Gavin Newsom being one of them. We talked about this Tuesday before the debate, that were open. I mean, silently cheering for her to lose and lose badly. Not just the debate, but the election. They
Al Franken.
they want her gone. They want her gone so that they then can become the major nominee. If she does well in the election, she immediately becomes the Democrats' prime contender for 2028. Gavin Newsom doesn't want that. The party doesn't want that. The Obamas don't want that. So there's a whole bunch of Democrats that are invested in her not doing well.
I can tell you this: when all this went down, I thought she was a sacrificial lamb, next person up, and I thought they were throwing her to the gallows.
I still think so.
She's
done
absolutely
better
doing that.
than what I anticipated, and I think she's done better than what a lot of other people have anticipated, and it has nothing to do with what she's done. It has to do
Exactly.
everything that Trump has done as a human being. And I'm not attacking his policies. I'm attacking him as a dirty human
It's
being.
not-
Bobby is commenting that he can tell how aggravated you are by the color of your head.
I actually feel the heat.
At least the glare's gone away.
See, this is why I wear a hat.
And then Barbara Jean just wants another Claygasm. She just wants Clay to stop that by again.
Come back in.
Come back in, Clay.
Can we all just
He's
play
watching.
together? Right.
Clay is
All right.
watching.
Now, Did anybody else see this, or did I have an acid flashback? And I'm really not sure which it was.
Everybody, I'm on for acid flashback.
Hey, it works for me.
I'll vote for acid flashback.
Okay, good. Did Joe Biden in Pennsylvania actually put on a Trump hat?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
That is the dumbest freaking thing in the history of politics. You schmuck. I'm sorry.
Right.
Who let him do that?
He just got overthrown by Kamala Harris when you put on
Right,
a
and
Trump
now he's
hat.
endorsing Trump with a Trump hat? That's just the dumbest thing in the world of politics.
He still
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
know he got overthrown.
Right, he still doesn't know he's a
doesn't know that's
Trump
a MAGA
hat.
hat either.
Right, exactly.
No, because he actually says, I don't think I should put this on. He was at like a veterans event, I think.
He was, at, a fire station in
Yeah.
Shanksville.
In Pennsylvania.
One of our
yeah.
questions of the
And
day
they were
is now
talking
gone,
about-
thanks to Lenny. But yes.
Damn it, I would have got that. I would have got that one right.
No, we got enough nuts right here.
That's anyone.
Yes.
But how would any of you, nobody said, Joe, that's not a good idea?
There was nobody around him. There was no handlers
Oh,
there.
they can't
Did you
leave him alone.
notice?
He's 147 years
Who
old.
lets that happen?
There's a silver alert out for him apparently now. Joe, I love you, but dude, come on, wake up.
they
Drink
were-
some coffee.
They were busy keeping the nuclear football away from him. Thank God for that. And I'm okay whatever hat he puts on. Just don't let him near the football.
Oh,
So
my
I heard
goodness.
someone
That was
describe
just
it
silly.
as he's got senioritis and she just overthrew him in the nomination. So he's like, yeah, I'll put on a Trump hat.
Oh, there was a story
He's
going
done
around
now. I mean,
that he is pissed and Jill is pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
I can see Jill being pissed.
and that-
yeah,
and
because
that-
Jill's the one that was really there.
Yes, and what they're going to do is they're going to attach themselves to Harris's campaign from now forward in an effort to help her win. They're going to tank this campaign. He is going to do everything he can to. Every speaking engagement he goes to is going to be a gaffe-filled engagement, and I think he's doing this one on purpose. This one isn't going to be accidental. He's going to do this on
I
purpose.
should see that.
I
Yes.
have this question because he still is our president.
Yes.
He still has that football. Do you think they had to change the code to 11111111? Just so he would know how to push in the code.
We
Right,
just
it's
watched
password.
Baseballs.
It's
You know
password.
exactly what that code is.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think 11111 would be easier for him. I think he can mix up that order.
He would forget how many ones he had put in.
So one of my sons leans very left. Lenny, you would enjoy having a conversation. We had a very frank discussion with a nephew of mine who's very conservative last night after dinner. It was a really great conversation. We really just kind of put out there the things that we liked and disliked about the debate. We didn't really nobody got upset and but it's kind of like, I can't believe they
not
said
like
this.
this show.
No. I got to tell you, a
upset?
conversation with those two 20-year-olds was much more civil than you three have been. But it was a great conversation. I think we missed that in today's side. We all got animated. We all love each other, and we're just having fun with this. Amanda's going to punch Troy as soon as the show's over and tell him how much he cares about him.
And then we'll be on bollocks in a half hour later.
I will not punch him until after he's paid me for bollocks.
Smart
Demo
woman.
clear.
Smart woman. That's exactly
Smart
right.
woman.
Uh-huh.
Yep, smart
Have
woman.
you got the invoice? Thank you. Next. Right.
Yes. So I mean, for me, I think I hope there's not another debate because I can't stand to watch another one. I did just, and I didn't watch a lot of
didn't even
this
watch
one.
it.
I watched bits of. It's just so watching Donald
it
Trump
was
debate
painful.
for me. As much as I like his policies, I hate him in a debate. And the fact that you get the moderators on one side, it's like just ask the damn question. Quit trying to be the star of the show. I thought Lenny's comments on that, even though you're from the left, were spot on.
Even though.
Right.
No. I mean, I have a lot of people. There's people on the left that are complaining that ABC didn't do enough to hold back Trump and didn't do enough to help her. And it's like, Joe Scarborough, grow up.
Yeah.
I mean, grow up.
I can tell you, I mean, the moderators weren't strong and they didn't stop
No.
either one of them.
No, yeah.
Obviously Trump's harder to stop than Kamala because he has a tough time
Stopping.
not being able to be the center. But I can tell you, honestly, it was seriously to me like they'd ask a question about basketball and they would answer about hockey. And I was just like, that wasn't the question at all. And both of them were doing it. And I was just like, oh my God, is this really the country we live in that these two are what we're getting?
Now, you guys
These
know
two.
you guys know my viewing habits, right? I am never watch any of this reality TV stuff that's on, right? It's just not my forte. I don't like it. My wife loves some of that stuff. If she and I had been watching this together, 20 minutes in, I would have turned to her lovingly and said, honey, Isn't there an episode of Housewives on this thing now?
Yeah.
Because I would have rather watched that than watch a debate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how bad
Can we
I
watch The
thought it was.
Bachelor?
Yeah. Isn't there a Golden
Island.
Bachelor episode
Love
on?
Island.
Is it
After
today?
programming,
Yeah.
exactly. Reruns of The Big Bang Theory.
Yes. Anything at all.
Well, but buckle up because we have a vice presidential debate coming up at some point.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to that one.
I am.
Should be interesting.
I think J.D. Vance is pretty sharp on his feet. Tim Walz has plenty of time as being a governor. I'll be curious to see how it goes back and forth. I think the moderators will still be back.
Do we know where that one is?
It doesn't. In my mind, it's in liberal world because it's you don't have a.
Because it's not on Fox.
Well, I don't think Fox is.
Where did J.D. Vance go to school?
Ohio State.
Where did he do his grad? Was it in Harvard?
Yale, I think.
Yale or Harvard? It was one of those Ivy Leaguers.
Yeah. So anyway, I think I'm kind of looking forward to that
That's where
because
he met his wife.
Okay, yeah.
I just want to see if there's
Oh, no,
two
it might have been
people in this
Harvard.
country that can still debate politically, right? That can
Right.
still have because obviously we haven't seen one of those debates since, well, 2012 probably. Because once Trump got in, he just made the debates a show
Right.
and just obliterated the Republicans because they weren't ready for it.
Well, I think the best debate I remember is Benson and Quayle. So that was about the time you were born.
Yeah.
I remember Quail.
And his potato?
Yes.
Yes, I remember.
Potatoes.
Was the one he had a problem
Potatoes.
with. Pluralizing those.
But
Tricky
wasn't
words.
that the one that Benson, when Quayle compared himself to JFK?
I knew JFK. You're no
I
JFK.
served with JFK.
Yeah. You're
You,
no,
sir.
I know.
Or no, JFK.
There you go.
That's the
I-
the closest win
Yeah.
that campaign had at all.
It was the only win they had.
God.
It was they lost 49 states. It was the only win they had.
What you guys watch Spaceballs? That's what Dukakis looked like in the
In the helmet.
In the
Yes,
helmet.
in the helmet. Exactly. That was the. Hey, what should we make Dark Helmet look like? You should make him look like.
Let's do Dukakis.
All right, so it looks like the VP debate will be on CBS.
So
Just
now-
5 weeks
They still
before.
have a news show.
Just 5 weeks
Laura
before
O'Donnell shows up
voters
every
head
now
to
and
the polls
again.
on election day, Vance and Walz will face off in the vice presidential debate hosted by CBS.
What day again?
The matchup between the running mates of Harris and Trump, October 1st, New York City. CBS
New York City.
Evening News.
Skyscrapers
Nora
and
Odell
everything.
will moderate alongside Margaret Brennan. So we're going to have another 20 minutes of the whole abortion discussion, which is not a federal issue anymore and shouldn't even be brought up.
Yep, we don't go there.
We don't go there. I had comments and I don't have them anymore. I'm moving on.
We don't go there.
We
No, I know. It's just there's.
we put a
it's gonna
ban
be
on that. Back
Two
in
chick moderators.
no.
The first time the chick
2014.
moderator in the presidential debate got the mic, it was, let's talk about Roe v. Wade. And it's like, how about we not? It's not a federal issue anymore. It's a state.
Yeah, but it
Leave
affects
it.
50% of the population.
We don't.
Which 50%?
We don't go
My
there.
50%?
We don't go there. We don't
Hey,
go
you
there. We
are
don't go there.
50%.
I'll cut both mics
Yes.
off, Troy, and I'll do the show by
We'll do the
yourself.
show.
We don't do it.
You can be a moderator. Good. I'll come to your debate.
We don't do that.
We
We don't do
only
that.
have two rules, and that's one of them, and we don't go there.
No, we don't go there. All right. So right now, if you had to pick, and I'll start with Amanda and go around the room. Who do you think wins the election based on where we sit right now today? And there's a ton of stuff that could happen between now and the election. So today, who do you think wins?
It's always a tough one to pick Trump because 50-50 shot at this point. But I mean, I'm going to go Trump.
I think it's super close, razor thin. I think we go to bed, we don't know.
Yep.
And I think it still comes down to Virginia. So I'm going with Trump still. I'm still very, very. It's a pick 'em if I'm in Vegas.
Well, 258 million Instagram followers just got advice from Taylor Swift, of which there's 58 of them are old enough to vote. So I'm going with Harris just to balance the scales.
Just out of curiosity, how many votes does Taylor Swift get?
She gets one.
And so
258 million of her followers,
So,
but how many of them are of voting age?
But if they know her decision skills, what's most of her songs about?
90% of
Picking
her
the wrong
songs about
person.
picking the wrong person.
There you go.
I feel much better now that she's endorsed.
Okay.
I mean, based on the song thing.
Yeah.
Nobody was surprised by that endorsement.
No, not
She's
at all.
endorsed Democrats the last 3 major elections.
No.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
You think
Nobody's
millennials are
surprised.
showing up?
There's
huh?
actually
330,000 people just went to vote.com to register the day after.
So let me tell you this. The person that had as much impact on the other side was Dave Portnoy saying he was voting for Trump.
Dave Portnoy, he was a drummer for.
No.
Barstool
Sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is watched by a bunch of white guys who are already voting.
Right. They're
A
not
bunch of
changing.
sports
That's not
guys who are
changing
already
anybody's
voting.
mind.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't see either one of
the
those
young
moving.
girls were already voting for Kamala,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it
doesn't
it's a
change.
wash.
yeah.
Not moving. It's not. There's no needles that got moved there.
And there's actually a viral movement of Swifties for Trump all over TikTok right now.
Isn't that AI?
And so, no,
Wasn't
Swift's
that-
not
Russian.
Wasn't that fabricated?
No, not Taylor Swift for Trump.
I know.
Swiftie, like her
The
fans,
followers.
Right.
Swifties for Trump.
Right.
They have T-shirts. They're doing dances all over TikTok. So it was a big story over the weekend because everyone kind of expected her to endorse Kamala Harris, and it was like, okay, well, her fan base is breaking away from her.
With Putin's endorsement, I just saw with Robert Jean, with Putin's endorsement of Harris, how many votes do you think that's going to get him worldwide?
How many do you think Dick Cheney's going to get her? You guys excited about Dick Cheney's endorsement of Harris?
Well, him and
I think
I wouldn't go hunting with him.
I wouldn't go hunting with him either.
duck hunting next week.
No. There's no way I'm
How
doing
do you
that.
shoot your guy in the blind with you? It's
And he's your lawyer. Well, that makes sense. That could be motivation. So there you go.
All
Right.
right. Let's get the trivia.
Okay.
All right.
And let's
Oh,
start
put it down.
trivia with we're gonna start with something really fun.
Clay says Kamala's going to win.
I
got Kamala.
got Trump winning this thing. And
He says that they won't let Trump win.
there's a part of me that believes that too, but I think Trump's going to win this. I just think people are fed up with paying the prices they've been paying at the pump and the grocery store, and they're going to vote that. They're going to vote for Trump.
See, my just one last thought on this. My fear is the fact that for the last 4 years, the Republicans have done a brilliant job of inculcating themselves into boards of election and election supervisors and secretaries of state that control the elections. And some of these guys are making no bones about the fact that if we don't like the outcome, we're not going to certify it. And that frightens me more than anything, regardless of the outcomes.
Lenny, I hear the same thing from the conspiracy theorists on the left. That should the Democrats win the House and Trump were to win the Electoral College, that they will not certify as well. So right now, that's just a bunch of BS. Let's
Until
just
the numbers
vote and
happen,
get through it. Yeah.
I have to look at my phone real quick because I need to look up inculcating. What the hell? What is that?
Sort of
Dennis Miller?
like infiltrating, but more.
Inculcating?
Yeah, you're
It's New
sneaking
York.
in.
It's New York for embedding yourself somewhere where you're not wanted. Like a tick.
Yeah.
That's what
Thank
it
you.
is.
Right.
Does that help you out?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Let me explain
Just
that in
being a-
Southern for
Clean
you.
it right out.
Just
You
being a
just put the match
parasite.
head on it and see if you can get it
That's
to
it.
back out.
Lighten up over there, Cornell.
I tell you, I got to wave
All
the
right,
flag.
very
Went
good.
to Yale, just like
All right.
Vince.
Trying to get you guys to lighten up. We got trivia. So we're going to go around at least 2, maybe 3 times. If you get one of the top 3 countries with the best work-life balance, and there's 30 on this list, if you get one of the top 3, I'll give you 2 points.
Okay.
Every other country's only worth 1 point. Okay. So countries with the best work-life balance, these are the 30 nations that scored the highest out of 100 in a global survey. I don't know. It's from rankingroyals.com. Who knows
Not my
what they do,
Royals.
are they any efficient or not, but countries with the best work-life balance. Amanda?
I'm going to start with Finland.
Number 7. Close.
All right. Well, I'm glad you went first. I'm going to go with the Netherlands.
Number 11.
He's looking down. That's
Number 11.
Denmark.
Denmark is number 4, just out of the bonus points. Damn it. Just out of the bonus points, Amanda.
Work-life balance. I'm going to say Sweden.
Dang it.
Sweden is number
Looking
14.
I was going to say he's looking
See,
down.
Yeah, looking too low.
Wait,
Yeah.
When there's a you're in trouble.
Yeah.
All right. Recently went there. I didn't feel like anyone was ever working, and they were all seemed to be on vacation. I'm going to go with Iceland, just out of experience.
Iceland is not
Not
on
even
the
on the
list.
list.
A swing and a miss, Mr. Blevins.
That's because their balance is so off, they never work.
They never work. They're way off on the work balance.
It's a 0 ratio.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take a siesta for Spain.
Spain is number 10 on the list. You guys want to go around one more time? There's plenty of names on here. All right, one last time. Nobody's named the top 3 yet.
Work life. I'll say France.
France is number 13. You're consistent. You got a point every time. Troy, trying to get back in this.
Oh, I didn't know we were getting a point. I thought we only got points for the top.
No.
2 points for the
so
top
I got to
3.
get top 3 to even get tied back with you guys.
Or you can swing and miss again.
Or swing and miss again.
Yes.
And I was gonna take a risk and go with something in Asia. I'll go with Japan.
Japan is number 24.
Okay.
That's
Still
low.
made the
Still made the list.
You're in the list.
Barely made the
You got
list.
a shot. All right, Lenny, last chance.
I'll be controversial and go Croatia.
They are not on the list.
Bummer.
Not on the list. Okay.
Disappointed.
Amanda has a commanding lead.
Amanda has a commanding lead. Now, I tell you what, Kathy did pick up 2 points.
Okay.
So I give you that. Barbara Jean's got a point. China, no, Kathy, no points for that one.
And in China, they work.
No,
They
no,
work
no, no,
until
no.
They work on Saturdays.
So here's the top 10, right? Number 10 is Spain. Number 9 is Norway. Number 8 is Australia. 7 is Finland. 6 is Germany. 5 is Canada.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
4 is Denmark, which somebody got.
Yeah.
3, Belgium. You guys were all right in that
Belgium.
region.
Belgium.
Number 2, where Kathy got her 2 points, Ireland.
Ah.
Ireland. Number 1,
Lot of Guinness.
work-life balance country in the world, New Zealand.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. I can see
That, at least it
New
wasn't
Zealand-
controversial.
I
New
can see
Zealand
that.
makes sense. Ireland,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
Guinness.
Irish
of
Irish
whiskey.
people are hard
Yes.
workers in a lot of ways. So I guess
But those stores are closed a lot. They close them early and they don't work on.
I haven't been there yet.
Yeah. See, that's why I was going with Spain. I
So
figured the
it's
long lunch, the
Siestas?
late dinners. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost said Italy.
Apparently not on the list.
Not on the list.
Right.
Not on the list. Okay, Troy Blevins, you started this. So the conference board. I have no idea what the conference board is, but apparently they calculate salaries and they ask employers what the projected increase will be next year to salaries. So the conference board, based on 2024 salary, asks employers what they expect 2025 base pay to increase by. So what is the average raise that workers can expect going into 2025 by the conference board?
By the conference
I have no
board,
idea who these guys are.
Um,
They're in an article, and they actually have a
And-
website that says conference board.
I'm going to give it a 1.8%.
All right.
3%.
Lenny's at 3. Hurry up, Kathy.
Dude, I was going to say something in the 2s. I don't think it's as high as 3, though.
Well, then you're right in the middle.
I know, but you never want to be in the middle. You got to be
Speak
dead
for
on.
yourself, Owen.
This show's been
As a
really
female,
good.
I don't want to be in
This
the
has
middle.
been
It's
one of the
dangerous.
best shows we've had in a long time.
I'll say 1.7.
The actual answer, it's less than last. No, it's the highest number it's been in 2 decades. 3.9%.
Lenny got it.
Lenny.
3.9%.
Look at that.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Lenny
we're
has
tied.
vaulted
So
himself
that's what
into
I
a
got to ask for.
tie.
Got it.
3.9. No, you should
I thought you were
ask for more.
self-employed.
I'm gonna let Pete know in the morning.
Pete, he doesn't pay you any.
Just leave a little.
What's 0 times 3.9%?
anything now.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right. So in Pennsylvania, there's a bakery, and for
There's only
years,
one?
there's a bakery in Pennsylvania. It's a bakery, and not the only one. A bakery, not the Pennsylvania bakery, but for years, and going into presidential elections this time of year, they have a cookie for
Oh,
each
the cookie
candidate.
off.
So it's the cookie off, Lenny. So which candidate in Pennsylvania has sold the most cookies in this bakery?
Oh, it's up to me?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, you're first.
originally it was Trump Biden, and it was Trump by a landslide. I'll still say Trump.
Okay.
Say Trump by a mudslide.
Ooh, we're drinking now. I like that.
I'm just going to go Trump because I don't want to lose ground.
It
I
is-
actually don't even give a crap about it.
It
That's a
is-
Do any of the cookies have nuts in them?
I'd have given you a point if you said that first. I'd have given you a point if you'd said that first. You already got a point. Everyone wins one. So Donald Trump has sold 4,228 cookies. The next question is, how many has Vice President Harris sold?
Okay, so Trump sold how many?
4,228 cookies. How many has Vice President Harris sold? Remember, Lenny, you picked Trump, so don't pick $10,000 for Harris. Okay, I'm just trying to get this straight for you.
I'm just trying to figure out if you alluded to the fact that Trump sold the most cookies, and I'm trying to work with that
No,
information.
well, we said that he did because you all guys all got a point for saying
Yeah,
Trump.
4,800.
Okay.
So he sold 4,228. The question is,
228.
if he sold that many, how many did Harris sell?
Starting with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2,069.
The theme continues.
2,068. Because I dropped one on the floor.
2,070, just to keep it close.
I thought that's where you wanted to be.
You promised you.
The opposite.
The actual number that she has sold is 369.
Wow.
There is a
Wow.
69 in there. Just the
I was
wrong.
going to say 69 and just leave it at that, and I should have, because
You
you guys
should
would
have.
never have gone that low.
You should have said
Dang
it.
it.
360.
660.
So I think who was the low? Troy was the low.
I was the lowest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy was low. So everybody's tied at 4. I don't know. I got to refresh my comments because all of a sudden I've lost all of. I've lost all the good comments. So give me a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if somebody got that.
What are the cookies? Does anybody know?
I don't know what they
I
are.
I
think-
think they've got a picture of their face on it, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's
but are
like.
they both like sugar cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're like sugar cookies or shortbread cookies, and they use the rice paper and they print out their faces. I think that's what it is. Last time I looked, but that was like during the Obama years.
But I
Last
mean,
year.
So-
if it-
so
but if it was
basically
like
this
a
bakery
chocolate
is
chip
not in
against a
Philadelphia.
coconut,
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah, I think they keep the cookie the same. I'm not sure if they do their names or if they do their faces, though.
Yeah.
All right.
You understand what I said with that? If it was chocolate chip against coconut, I'm never buying a coconut.
Right,
cookie,
exactly.
No matter whose
right,
face is
right.
on
No,
it.
I think it's the same,
I got you,
same
Clay.
cookie for both.
I got you, Clay.
All right. Are you back?
Are you ready?
Did
I'm
we
back.
stall
I'm
enough?
good. Yeah, you guys saw it. All right. So, Troy, is it Troy?
Yes.
Yes, I think I'm first.
All right. So, Big Lots has been in a lot of trouble in the news. They've declared bankruptcy. Their stock price on
Ohio.
March 26, 2021 was $70.03. Yesterday, what did their stock close at, Troy Blevins?
$14.84.
That was weirdly specific.
Lenny?
Well, I was going to go $15.
Amanda.
All right, I'll say 14. What did you say? 84? 1483.
The actual answer, Big Lots stock is going for this astronomical amount,
$7.
11 cents.
Whoa.
11
Whoa.
cents.
I'm going to buy me a lot of that.
Yeah.
11 cents.
Thanks, Columbus.
Yeah, Barbara Jean had 69 cents. So Barbara Jean gets that win. Yes.
I know.
Oh, she played it safe.
Yeah, she got
It
that.
was the right move. It was the right move.
Yeah.
There's the joke, and then there's strategery.
And they just got bought by a venture capitalist firm that's going to try to do something with them.
Yeah.
Probably chop them up for parts.
All right. Lumber prices. Lenny, have lumber prices.
Now we're talking
I'm
about
going to help
wood.
you out. Lumber prices have gone
First
down.
nuts, now wood.
Finally.
Nuts and wood.
Nuts and wood, all in the same show.
Really big show.
So how much have
I'm
the
not saying,
price
other
of
people are
wood?
saying it.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge wood.
How much has the price of lumber gone down? What percentage?
percentage?
What percentage? Yep.
From what date?
Oh God,
It didn't give it to you.
it doesn't
Okay.
give it to me.
Okay.
Change in 2023 from 2022.
Okay.
So 12 months. In the last 12 months, what has lumber gone down?
30%.
Gone down 30%.
You can buy a 2x4 now.
You.
You're trapped.
I'm trapped everywhere.
Guess who's in the middle now?
Dang it. You said 30%?
Yes.
I did.
I'll say 29% because I'm going to get stuck anyway.
Yes. And Lenny's in the middle. 31.
Ooh.
The actual answer is 7.5%. The actual answer is 7.5%. Seven and a half. However, there is a line in here for our fans. At Builders First Source, which counts sheet goods sales with lumber purchases, the drop in prices can be said to account for 69.4% of the company's overall decline. Just thought I'd throw that out there
What
for
was the
you
number?
guys.
What was the number?
69.4.
Oh, okay.
Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. All right.
69, and he owed her 0.4.
At a point
I
4.
just realized I left my damn water in the car.
At a point
My water's-
I don't have my water. Can't eat my nuts.
Okay.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
All right. You guys are
Thanks
having
a
too
lot,
much fun. All
Lloyd.
right. Who's up? Amanda?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Joe Biden has taken how many days off in his almost 4 years as president? So how many days off has Joe Biden taken off? That
You
he's
want
been
raw
in
numbers, not
Connecticut
percentages?
or in Hawaii? Just a day,
Actual
number of
number.
days. Number of days. How many days off has Joe Biden taken?
369.
Staying with a theme here, folks. Staying with a theme.
He did not say George W. Bush.
I'm giving Andy a point because he said all but one. And that was the debate, and he shouldn't have been there for that.
I wasn't even supposed
Oh.
to be here today.
Dude, he was way off. He was way off.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 years.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say 100 and because I'm not gonna let Lenny just trap me in the middle. He's gonna have to make a decision. I'm gonna say 181.
It's interesting because I was going to go 180.
Is that what you're going with?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure 60 a year.
He has had a whopping 532 days off.
Hoopla. How do I get that job?
532 days off.
And you still get paid.
Yes. So
Nice
Amanda
gig.
wins
Or you mean no one called him on that day?
532 days.
Come on, man.
Wait a minute. Doesn't mean they called him. It meant staff wouldn't let him answer the phone.
Come on, man.
All right. So Troy Blevins, for you to get 532 days off, how many years would you have to work at a job?
For me to
On
work.
average,
Well, I work for the county, so it's
I
like
know.
6 years.
I was right.
Why do you think that last check was so good? I didn't take them.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many years? Normal company,
A
not the
normal
county.
company,
No-
so normal 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, couple personal days, so 12. I'm stalling.
yeah, you're doing math
Gotta
in
do
your
math,
head.
right.
So you'd have to work 41 years.
41.
Lenny,
Oh, is this a legitimate question, huh?
legitimate
Yeah.
question.
All right.
Yes.
How many years would a normal person have to
Normal
work
person have to work
take 500 days off?
to take 532 days off. Work days off.
not
Not weekends, not
Not a
work
police officer or a
days.
firefighter.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. You did all the math. What'd you come up with?
I did 41. I think I'm short.
500 days. It's 10 or 50.
Shocking self-awareness.
Yeah.
50 years.
50 years.
So you have 41 and 50. Would you put yourself in the middle?
Dude. I don't like my position.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. 40 years. I'll say 40.
40 years. The actual answer is 48 years. You would have to
I
work
knew I
48
was a little
years at a company to get 532 days off.
Yeah.
Now, normally I would be outraged as a taxpayer. Again, thank God you
In
took
this
532 days
one
off.
particular case.
I can find an exception and not be
Although-
upset in any way.
But you know what that leaves in charge?
Anybody.
which is exactly
Anybody.
the problem.
Your next president.
Yeah.
Why she can't say that she's not an incumbent.
I
She
know.
can't run away from
All
it
right,
because it's hers.
last question. I saved this one
Lenny's winning, right?
specifically for you guys. No, Amanda's got
Oh, we're
7.
tied. Oh, you got 7. Ooh.
Amanda's got 7. Lenny's got 5. Troy's got 4.
Look at his
Kathy
face.
has
Disbelief.
Kathy actually has 3 because she had 47 on that last one. She was
Which is
she was
closer.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barbara Jean's got 1, and I gave Andy 1 for a great answer. So,
Just for being witty.
however,
Style
Clay
points.
did a good
The
answer
comedy
too.
point.
Clay said in this economy, 2 lifetimes. All right. So OnlyFans is booming. It's doing incredible
We don't have
business.
Blake here.
Not my account.
It's doing incredible business.
You keep posting them feet.
The owner of the company
Look at Pete.
has been paid salary and dividends last fiscal year, which brought his, he got a dividend last year. Total take from the company in 3 years is how much money in dividends, the owner of OnlyFans.
Who is that? Is that Lenny?
I think Lenny's first
Yeah.
because I came up with
$36 million.
41.
We got $36 million. You haven't seen Blake's usage.
No, I haven't seen any of it.
It's OnlyFans, and this is me. 69
69
million.
It's an awkward question. I'm going to go 70.
79. All right. So you're going to win, but I really ought not give you the point.
I think it's like 300 million.
300 million?
Yeah.
Try $1 billion.
Wow.
$1
Dividends.
billion in dividends in 3
You
years.
just
Your
did
300
Dr.
million
Evil?
is just 1 year of his salary.
Pretty busy. That's a pretty busy site.
You went to weed and not porn.
How many?
He just quoted Dr. Evil. What does Dr. Evil have on his lap?
Oh, he's a childless cat. He's a childless cat person.
Yeah. Amanda just
Girls? I'm not saying it.
Amanda just lost all of her points.
No, I didn't
All right.
say it.
Yes.
Hardwood floors.
So, how many performers are there in OnlyFans?
I haven't the slightest idea.
I mean, I'm just curious because if
Hold
this
on.
guy's making $1 billion, if this guy's making $1 billion, it's
no-
like everybody and their mother is on OnlyFans, including everybody and their mother.
Here's the
I
thing,
think
but
less
like
people-
90% make less than $200 a month for their account.
They're doing good.
Like $200 a month for what you're doing on that
I'm
site.
paying people to take my pictures.
Am
I doing it wrong?
You are. I think you're in it for a different reinforcement, Troy.
Man. How much do those guys pay for that?
Hey, they
I'm
need-
not judging. I'm
need
just
love, too.
asking. I'm just asking.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
Michael Allen Davis.
All right. Amanda has won. She had 7 points.
'Cause she
One
liked
more
it in
than
the middle.
6 and 2 less than 9. Troy had 5. Lenny had 5. Great job, Lenny.
Thank you. I'm out of the doldrums.
Yeah.
I had Kathy with 4, BJ with 1, and Andy with a very creative answer. And Clay should have gotten a creative answer as well. 2 lifetimes in this economy. Tonight, you guys have Bollocks. Amanda's sitting in for Bollocks.
Yes.
So, what is Bollocks about, Nutman?
We are doing EGOT. You know what an EGOT is?
I haven't the slightest idea, but I'm about to learn.
All right. An EGOT is a person that's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. So there's very, very few EGOTs out there.
If George
Actually, there was
Clooney's
more-
one of them, I don't want any of
There
them.
was
He's
more
not.
out there than I thought.
Yeah.
So
21 plus 6.
Yeah, because they have some non-competitive ones.
Correct.
And I need a judgment on whether or not those
All
count.
right.
So,
Well,
So the listeners get to tell you.
yes.
What bottle are you opening up?
We haven't made that. We make that decision pretty much at the last
Right.
second. Well, last week we did the Saint, right?
yes.
Okay. And the week before that, I think we finished off Blade and Bow or something. So, or we finished off
Oh, we
Basil
finished. Yeah, the Basil Hayden. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did good stuff.
I have a buddy, Victor, who travels to Louisiana a couple times a year. He's found all these little liquor stores on the way out and on the way back. And he has found one that carries Wellers.
Okay.
So I
yeah.
have some Wellers at home, which is really hard to get here. in
IW.
Florida.
Yeah, IW
it's-
Wellers, sure.
It's
Very
really
nice.
hard to get. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, if you have an extra Wellers, let me know.
well, you can come knock on the door one day, and I'll share some Wellers with you and Lenny. Lenny, you're welcome to come sit on the back porch.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And no matter
Notice
what
who
Troy
didn't get
says,
an invite.
no matter
I'm
what
just
Troy says, you are allowed to keep your clothes on. You don't have to take them off when you get to the back porch.
Mike's OnlyFans is
It's-
happening.
It's not really optional.
Yes. Amanda, you're welcome as well.
Mike,
I didn't
Mike
get the
leaves his
invite.
socks on. It's a little weird.
Only if you make it weird.
Depends on how cold the floor is.
I'll leave you guys with that visual.
All right. They are
I'm
tube
not
socks.
going to the back porch. I don't care how good this whiskey is.
They are tube socks.
You said
just
you
so
like
know.
it in the middle.
All right. You guys have a great show tonight on Bollocks. Amanda, try to behave yourself on
No.
Bollocks.
No, we don't want
I
you
have
to.
a feeling
we
like
do not
this-
want you to at all.
Without Blake here, this was literally the best tailgating we've done for Bollocks in quite a while. So I feel like you guys are really going to be jazzed up and ready to go for
Blake
Bollocks.
is a calming influence,
Yes,
surprisingly.
he is. We don't want to embarrass ourselves in
He's
front of
my
the adult in the
chaperone.
room. Yes, yes. Tomorrow morning, the morning show that's on in the morning. Davey's here. Pete's back, right?
Pete is back.
Pete's back.
So we don't
yeah.
have repeat. We just have Pete.
We just have Pete. That'll be awesome. You guys have a great time. Clay, thanks for coming in and fixing stuff. We love you, brother.
Yep.
You guys, this is our last show for the week. So have a great weekend.
Bye.
We'll be back Monday with a special guest.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.